wonder if anybody can hear me. What is up? I'm sorry I'm late. Had to go poop. Story of my life. Every time I go do something, I gotta poop. So that's my cross to bear. Maybe you guys, maybe some of you guys out there also get the poops when you gotta do something. I don't know. Sometimes I get the paranormal poops, which isn't good because being scared and have to poop is not the best thing. So put that on. Maybe you can hear me now. Oh, Mike says you can hear me. There we go. Reply back. So I could figure out how to put the chat bar in my video, which I guess I really don't need to because the chat's right here. Hence why I probably could find the YouTube videos I was looking for and how to do it. So, anywho, my name's Eric Ginsburg, and this is the ENZONE show, or the ENZONE, however you want to say it. I just put ENZONE in my title. I think it sounds good. Basically, the show's gonna be about anything, exploring anything weird, odd, and paranormal. So that could be from the Toy Box Killer to, I mean, even the Battle of the Alamo. That's kind of weird. No one knows really what happened. Did Davy Crockett, cross over and go with Santa Anna and then live his life out in Tennessee somewhere else under a different alias? That could be weird. We don't know. Or we go down to the Villiscax murder house and the guy chopped up that family, And there's also Larry Buchanan with Spooks Paranormal from Kansas City. He was telling me about the story about the guy went from somewhere in Kansas up the rail line and did it to a couple different families, but this one, I guess, made headlines and stuck out. So, any topics you guys want discussed or jump in on, just let me know, and we'll do it. I don't care. Now, some of you may or may not know, depending on who's watching right now, I live in Atchison, Kansas, which is considered to be one of the most haunted towns in Kansas, if not the United States. Not really for sure I'm buying it because we've had the same 10 ghost stories for the past 25 years that we just keep pounding and pounding and pounding down people's throats. So maybe we just got really 10 really cool ghosts or something. I don't know. I tried to dig deeper, but it's a pretty big Catholic community here in town, so we kind of get shunned. I mean, to the point where I had scriptures sent to my house. People showing up to my house and talking to my wife and kids while I was away. Stuff that I probably shouldn't go. I don't know what they think I do. I think I just cut myself and jack off on a pentagram while doing a Ouija board with the other hand. Summon the devil. I don't know. Mike, my buddy on Twitter, asked, have you been to Sally's house? And hell yeah. I used to be a tour guide. Spent many nights there. But now I'm just writing back to him. It's like I said, it's my first time. I'm new, so I'm writing back to him as I'm replying to him. So I'm kind of doubling down on there a little bit. But yeah, I used to be a tour guide there at the Sally House. We call the day walking tours. People would come in as they choose, as they please. They'd come in and I'd talk to them. I'd give them the rundown a little bit about it. And then I did the overnight ones where someone would, I call it big bucks. A couple $100 to stay the night there. Give them their tour, and it usually lasts about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how much they want to talk about it. And then I sometimes did stay with them for, if there was a paranormal group, they'd be like, hey, you want to stay with us? And I'd stay with them as long as they want me to. Other times, it's people that would travel from a couple, whether it be just two best friends or a husband and wife traveling from Baltimore. One of them was from Baltimore. Just to stay in the house, don't do an investigation. They just wanted to stay in the house the whole night. And they did. And I didn't have to stay with them. Mike's asking, it's pretty awesome when we went, did you guys experience anything with the lights? With the lights in the house, or the lights like flashlights? So the lights in the house, no, I haven't. Flashlight, communicate with the spirit with the flashlight, I did that a lot. In fact, if you in one of my videos on YouTube channel, it's a BuzzFeed video. Check that out. BuzzFeed guys came to the house while I was the tour guide there, and we had a pretty great time there. I mean, Shane was not a believer. Ryan was freaking out, so it was pretty funny. Weirdest thing I experienced in Sal House. Tim Eiler. What's up, Tim? So with the usual, as a paranormal investigator, whenever I hear or experience something, I try to debunk it. I mean, in my mind, you have to. You can't just go being, shh, do you hear that? That's a ghost. You can't just pin everything on being a ghost. So I hear footsteps. I'm gonna run outside and see if a squirrel's chasing a nut down the roof, or something silly like that. So I've heard my share of footsteps. A woman humming in the Sally house. I've heard, I guess you could say like a disgruntled old man grumbling in the background with my own ears. But the craziest thing, the one that topped me off, and I mean, I literally went home. I didn't go home. I had to go sit outside. I about went home, but I didn't. I stayed all night. Hey, what's up, Jody P? So it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's pretty dead night. We had about 7 people in the house. So Mike, you've been there before. It's a pretty small house, so 7 people's kind of deep to be running around the house. 2 o'clock in the morning, we decided to take a little break. All the lights go on. Some guys go outside, have smokes, whatever, chit chat and whatever. The one of the girls that was with us, she's laying on the couch. She's not feeling good. She gets affected by spirit, so she's out. Kind of resting her eyes a little bit. So the bathroom that's off the kitchen, Mike, if you know what I'm talking about. Tim, I don't know if you've been there yet or not. The bathroom off the kitchen, really small, kind of awkward. I go in there, shut the door. The door doesn't shut all the way, which, whatever, everybody's outside for the most part. And I start peeing. Now, I'm not standing directly in front of the toilet. I have to stand to the side. It's not a whole lot of room. Well, Ron, the guy I'm with, he comes back and starts tugging on my hoodie. Just like that. Trying to mess with me. Haha, Ron. You got me. Whatever. Well, then I hear Ron in the background say, who are you talking to? I turn around, and with my own eyes, I watch my hoodie get pulled on like that. I peed all over that bathroom. I couldn't get my pecker away fast enough. And I was like, I mean, you ever seen Scooby-Doo run, where his feet are running and Shaggy? Like, zoink, Scoobs! Out the door. Done. Had to regain my composure a little bit. Go back in. Spent the whole night, rather. That was one thing we experienced the entire night there. That night, anyways. As far as EVPs, Tim, where was this? Jody's asking where was this? Well, this is Sally House here in Atchison, Kansas. I used to be a tour guide there. I used to help out with the city of Atchison quite a bit. I don't do that anymore. We kind of went our own ways. We can call it creative differences if you want to. I don't know. But they got their own thing. It's working for them, and I hope everything works out for them too. So I just kind of expanded my horizons a little bit and not focus so much on Atchison. I'm kind of gonna go out. So like tomorrow, I got an investigation with Apex Paranormal. If you haven't checked them out yet, I mean, seriously, look them up on Facebook. They have a Twitter too, I believe. It's Apex Paranormal. If you guys want to, I'm sure I follow. I know I do. I follow them on Facebook. Mike, I'll get to that round mount here in a second, because that's wild. That round mount stuff's wild. Tomorrow I'm going to. I can't release the actual location yet. I will, obviously, after I come back. Hopefully have some good footage I can piece together. So I'll be in Independence, Kansas City or whatever tomorrow for an investigation with Apex. And then Villisca Axe Murder House, middle of October. And then I got a couple sideball projects I'm working on until then that are kind of local, but I got a bucket list I'm working on. Yeah, Jody, that Sally House, I mean, right now it's popping. I mean, the best time to ever go there is kind of not during haunted season, what we call it around here. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's probably booked up right now, But if you want to stay a night there, yeah. Anytime after October, like middle of November, December is just dead. What Michael's saying there, Round Mound. Whew. So, back in the day, high school, we went up there, a group of us, boys and girls, whatever. You know, we're trying to be strong for the girls and whatever and stuff like that. We basically just had our flip phones and a flashlight. And I think we had the disposable cameras. And we go up there, and all the girls are scared, obviously. And it's weird. It's the cemetery on top of this hill, middle of nowhere, out in the country. And it's not really blowing like you would think it would. Like, there's not a whole lot of wind movement. But you just keep hearing footsteps. You'd stop, and you'd hear the footsteps, like maybe 2 or 3, and then it'd stop. So, like, every time you'd walk, you'd hear more footsteps. But every time you stopped to try to catch them, you'd hear like 1 or 2, or 2 or 3. So that was weird. Then all of a sudden, when I was up there in high school, our flashlight went dead and our cell phone went dead. We heard the footsteps. We're at the pitch black. We all took off running to the car. We get to the car, our flashlights worked fine and our cell phones worked fine. So, like, as most recently, I go up there. Dude, it's just weird. It's a feeling like no other. Granted, at every cemetery, every haunted place you go to is going to have that haunted feeling because you've already subconsciously told yourself, I'm in this haunted situation, I'm here, ghost, monsters, blah, 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 whatever. So, the last time we were there, it was me, Justin, and a buddy named Brent. And we got the flashlight to turn on and off. The K2s are going crazy. But we found this one. It was a fairly fresh grave, I guess you could say. It belonged to a child. So the child's grave was made into a like a sandbox with toys. Very sad. I have a son. He was young at the time. He's still young. This was a couple of 2 years ago. Justin had a son, very young at the time, so it kind of hit home for us a little bit. As we're leaving, walk out the gate, and Mike kind of knows that gate's kind of like like a carnival gate. You have to walk one in, walk one, kind of like zigzag, whatever. I'm the last one to go out, and we're done investigating. We're not even in the paranormal mindset, really. We're just kind of in the alright, time to go home type fucking deal. Excuse my language. I will cuss on this unless YouTube shuts me down. Then I'll have to go somewhere else. But I try to keep it not too crazy, but I will say some cuss words. So, sorry. Something like rushed me. I could hear the footsteps run at me. And then it was a little child's voice that says, "Please don't go." And that just tore me up because, like I said, I have a little boy at home. It's clear as day I heard it. Because when I heard the footsteps, I immediately tensed up like this, and I heard, "Please don't go." And like I said, we didn't have any of our gear out because we were leaving, and it was the craziest thing. No need for sorry. Yeah, I will say some curse words, but yeah, Round Mound's definitely crazy. In town, like I said, we got a bunch of ghost stories in town, and they've been pumping the same ones for the past 20 years. And not saying they're all not true, whatever, but I'm just saying if we're the most haunted town in Kansas, maybe we should have more than the same one that we're pumping for the next however many years. So, but I know there's some powers of hand that, like I said, we're a big Catholic community, and they kind of try to hush a lot of that stuff there too. So, by the way, do I sound all right? I want to make sure I'm not too close or not too far away from it. I want to make sure I'm perfect for you guys. I'm trying to make eye contact at all times instead of looking down here. McIntyre Villa. So this is kind of funny. McIntyre Villa. So follow with me if you can. McIntyre Villa was owned by my cousin's wife's side of the family. Let's call it that. So if you want to call it extended family, it was owned by my extended family. And for years, I've tried to get in that place. For years. Because I had a ghost story to go with it. It was on a Haunted Trolley tour. And, you know, it was a no-go because one owner was kind of receptive to it. The other one was not so much receptive to it. So I couldn't get in there. So some things happened. The lady that owned it, she passed away. The two gentlemen that lived there, they kept it. Then when it came time, I think, to split the belongings up, they had to sell the house to split the profit, I guess I'm going to say. So when it came on the market, then they started pumping the paranormal stuff because they were like, you know what, this might be a market for it. Somebody might buy it. So the first thing I did was I called a group out of Kansas City to come host an event there, and really rubbed me the wrong way because I was doing so much. At that time, I was doing a lot of stuff for the city of Atchison, and they just went right over my head, and I was kind of like, all right, because I've been trying for a long time to get in there, and didn't happen. Somebody did buy it. I haven't met them yet. Haven't been in there yet. They've hosted a lot of events like Paranormal 101, some things like that, which excuse me, not obviously now it's starting to hype up because we're in haunted season, so they're amping that up right now. But I haven't been in there yet. I hope they get a chance to go in there with a group, or at least a handful of people that I do enjoy investigating with or trust. 'Cause that's a big deal. When you get with somebody, when you get thrown in the mix with somebody that's, say, not seasoned or doesn't know how to act or whatever. Because when I do investigations on my own, by myself, I act a different way than I would with other people. I mean, obviously. Obviously, when I'm by myself, I scare myself a lot and I run. We're not going to get that right now. I'll probably post videos of it, but yeah. Yeah, Goldie's house. So Goldie was one that passed, I think. I'm not sure if she's the one that passed away or not. Tim says it was known as Goldie's house as a kid. I don't know if she's the one that passed away. There's a lady that passed away recently within the last year and a half, 2 years. I'm not sure that was her or not. But yeah, beautiful home. I haven't been in there yet, but like I said, but what they had, so I guess a lot of it is still the old house, still has the character, but some of it's just been updated to the point where it's just like, doesn't match the entire house, and plus it doesn't have central heat and cooling, so. Yeah, Mike said, I hear you, I love investigating with people, but I really enjoy investigating by myself. I'm the same way. The smaller the group, the better, and I'm very picky about who I investigate with. And not to say that I'm like the world's best investigator ever, because I don't think anybody can ever hold that title. And I really don't think so. I mean, look what we do. We're going around chasing ghosts, which, if we're going to go down that rabbit hole, you know, everything's in theory. So we'll say that for another investigation, or another live stream. But I like to go by myself, or at least with one other person. I mean, three's about the perfect number you can go with somebody. So, like, you know, the River House investigation, Tim knows where that's at. River House on the river, still closed, but that was a pretty good one. We have one of those EVPs on my channel. I was trying to set up an experiment using a Tesla coil speaker. So if you look it up on Google, Tesla coil speaker, it's a speaker that emits sound directly with spark, with electricity. So I thought it was pretty neat. I'll be able to generate sound through electricity. The electricity is going to charge the air. The ions are going to be charged. Make it the spirit more capable of showing itself. Perfect. So that's my experiment. Well, I fucked it up. Got the wires crossed. Whatever. Something was happening. So I was trying to play old-timey music in this bar. You know, piano music, to hopefully entice the spirit to come out. And screwing it up. Well, reviewing the EVPs, we got a voice. I'm not going to tell you what I think the voice says because it's on my channel. So if you go check it out, it says the EVP on there. And it has like a little green ghost guy on as a That's the front page. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think it is. I'm pretty sure I know what I think it is, but I'm just letting you know it was when I was screwing up the experiment. That's the only thing I'll say about it. Your investigation tomorrow. Whoa, missed a lot of conversation or so. Tim says they would walk by it on the way to Old Franklin School. Everyone said it was haunted, and she was the witch. Scared the crap out of us. Witches do exist. Tim, be careful. Don't forget the weekend of the 14th. And Kansas Girls, so the weekend of the 14th. Yep, I'm actually going out, and I'm giving a tour to Kansas Girl 73 and a group of her friends for the ENZONE show's version of the Haunted Tours. So don't tell anybody because I don't want to get in trouble with the City of Atchison for me. I'm just kidding. No, they won't get me in trouble. Your investigation tomorrow. Will you be making videos to post while there? Yeah, I'll make some videos to post while there. I might go live. Apex Paranormal's on right now, so that's who I'm going there with. I said, I'm the greatest ever. Everyone knows it. Just great. Everyone says so. That's a very Donald Trump thing of you to say there, Apex Paranormal. But yeah, I'll make some videos. I'll go live. I'll actually go live with Apex Paranormal. I'm sure we will. And then hopefully I'll get some footage so I can post. Now, the sucky thing was the footage I took at the Sigma Nu investigation 2 weeks ago. Reviewed all the footage, and I don't know if it's my camera, because I never had it before. It's just a hum to the entire thing. So I don't know if it's the light rig I had on it or what it was. But I'll have to figure that out, because all the other footage I've ever shot never had that. It's a pretty loud hum. I mean, it was and I'm not too savvy on the computer where I can just edit it out. But and Michael said he's going to check out Apex Paranormal. Tomorrow's top secrets. We have to be careful with the live video. Any video, really. Okay. I didn't know that. I'm sorry, Apex. I'm sorry, Elijah. I'm sorry. We'll send out indiscreet tweets of make sure we don't know where we're at. We'll change all names for privacy reasons. And we'll go with that. But at some point, I'll have a video released with blurred faces. No, I won't. I don't know how to do that. Really don't. It's all good. Next time I may disappear you. Say, what? I don't know what that means. Sounds scary. I don't want to disappear. Right now would be a good time to let you guys know each episode I'm going to do an unofficial sponsor. I don't have any sponsors. I probably won't get a sponsor. But tonight is Buffalo Trace Bourbon. They are my unofficial sponsor. They help you get out of the bad times. I'm not really in a bad time. I just really like Buffalo Trace Bourbon. So, thanks, Buffalo Trace Bourbon. And check them out on Twitter, because they're very receptive of tweets. So, but, and then, let's see here. I have some notes. I wrote some notes down. My favorite whiskey. That's my favorite, Elijah. We're soul sisters. Who knew? Gosh. Look at us. I feel like I'm blushing. Am I blushing? Yeah, Vliska, middle of August. Tomorrow's an investigation. Top secret, Elijah says. Let's see. Oh, and then I have the Many Faces. Psychic. It's a very long title. It's a Many Faces B&B event in Elkader, Iowa. That's October 27th. About 5.5 hours away from me. I get asked to go up there and talk. Be a speaker. I don't know what they want me to talk about. I don't know. Because if you look at the lineup, I mean, seriously, let's look at the lineup here. Short Bus Paranormal, which is Nick and Sue Poshasta. Stephanie Hutnick. David Glidden. Charles Anthony. Or as I know him as Charles motherfucking Banks. But we'll call him Charles Anthony. Josh Hurd. Chris Case. And Masson Paranormal. And then there's me. I don't know what they want me to talk to him about. Charles Anthony's wrote some books, some pretty damn good books. Josh Hurd's wrote some books, plus produced some documentaries. Chris Case, same deal. He's a videographer, and he made some pretty good documentaries too. Stephanie's well established. Short Bus Paranormal has some great work. Madison Paranormal, she's like, I'm gonna mess up her age. 12-year-old. Look her up on Facebook. 12-year-old, family surrounds her, does some great things. Very interactive with the paranormal. So I'll probably just get up there, and I'll basically what I'm gonna do is hopefully go before Josh Hurd, and I'll talk about the Melbourne Manor and about my documentaries, and I'll basically I'm just gonna say everything that he's done, and that way he has to come up and then he has to copy me, and he'll look like the jackass. But I don't know. Yeah, the Bigfoot video, I'm kind of proud of that one. I think it's funny. I don't know. If you haven't seen it, it's on my channel, How to Call Sasquatch. I still get the side jokes about it to this day. Potato lays, and if you haven't seen it, go give it a shot. I mean, I'm not a videographer. I can't edit worth shit. I do need to take time to figure out how to do it. But the Sasquatch one, that's pretty good. I mean, it's the best one on there. So, the Samsquatch, yeah. Fun fact, Apex Paranormal, they call me, what do you guys call me? Shit boner? Or poop boner? Which, I shouldn't have said that, because now you guys probably think it's some weird shit, but I probably shouldn't go down that rabbit hole, why they call me shit boner. So, now you guys probably think some weird orgy parties. Didn't go down like that. Not yet anyways. But, poop boner. Poop boner. I got real vulgar with it. My bad. Poop boner is what Apex called me. Yeah. Sasquatch loves potato lays. Only Taco John's. Don't try to go to Walmart and make your own in the oven. They get pissy. I can't let you guys hanging. Poop boner. If I have to poop bad enough, like IBS, get me to a fucking toilet within the next 10 minutes, poop, I'll get an erection. Okay? It's a medical mystery. I don't know why. Once I get the poop boner, it's T minus 5 minutes. It's get me there, or I'm gonna go in my trousers. They were there to witness it because we went to a bar. I had nachos, and my stomach does not mix, so poop boner. They call me poop boner. And I had to divulge information because I was getting really serious there. So, but anyways, I should be a medical journal of mystery. I should because it's not a one-time deal. It was I actually stopped a convoy. I was in the military. I was a private military. I used to be in the army, so we were in a mission on Djibouti, Africa. In a convoy. Got the cold sweats. That's sign number 1. Then I got the poop boner. So Tim gets poop boners. I hope Tim gets poop boners. You're the only person that knows I get poop boners. I stopped a convoy. Made my dismount get out. And pull security while I pooped in some tires that I found on the outside of the road. I had no other choice. I'm serving our country. Cold sweats, poop boner. I found some tires. It was a sign from God. I had to poop. We did it. So if you get poop boners, let me know. But, yeah. Decatur, Iowa is 5 hours away from me. 5.5 hours away. So if you get a chance to go up there, Tim, if you're available 27th of October, 5.5 hours away. Mike, you're kind of far away. But if you want to go, you can go. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, or my YouTube. That way when I put these things up, I'll do weekly sessions. Basically, I'm going to give YouTube a shot, see if I like it. I'll post it. I'm going to strip the audio, go to Podbean too for a podcast. Like I said, each week I'll have a guest host. We'll talk about them, and we'll talk about the topic, and then we'll go into a whole bunch of different things. And I'll give a shout out to other different paranormal groups, like the Ectoplasm Show. If you guys haven't checked out the sometimes I talk Spanish. Fun fact. If you haven't checked out the Ectoplasm Show, give them a shout out real quick. Facebook, Podbean, Stitcher, I think, iTunes for sure. Jason Kupsik, Josh Hurd, great guys, and they jumping down the rabbit hole too of all paranormal. Josh Hurd, Brush with Evil 2, and then Into the Spook Light, I think is what it's called, with him and David Glidden. I'm not sure the title of it. Plus, he's part owner of Malvern Manor in Iowa, which was featured on Paranormal Lockdown with Nick Groff and Katrina Wilman. So that's on my bucket list to go to. I just need to tell him when I can go up there, I guess. Obviously, I got to pay a fee, but I'll pay Josh a separate fee. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. If he's listening, he's probably like, oh, yeah. Yeah, be sure to follow me on Twitter at GhostDude5. I set up an email today for the ENZONE show at gmail.com. Also got a phone number. You can call me. You can leave me some voicemails. Text me some weird shit. Whatever you want to do. It's cool. But, yeah, that's basically it. It was a very uneventful first episode. And I knew that going into it. And I have a guest lined up. Instead of waiting until next Friday, I figured just go jump in on it. Let's get it knocked out. Let's do this. See who jumps in. And talk about what you guys want to talk about. But next week, I will have a guest lined up. I'll announce it on Facebook. We'll jump in. Oh, excuse me. We'll jump in. We'll talk about them, what they do. And we'll have a topic. And we'll discuss that. And then we'll go into the whole show. So it should be a good time. But I do want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Tim, Mike, Kansas Girl, Jody, everybody who tuned in. Excuse me. Might be people who I didn't see in the chat room there, but yeah. And I'll post it to YouTube, and I'll put it on Facebook, and I'll put it on Twitter. You guys can watch it later. But this is my first very uneventful show, and it can only get better from here. Right? Right? High five. Air high fives. I love them because you can just do them and then pretend that somebody else is doing it, and then you're like, you get the satisfaction of like a real high five, but you didn't even really high five somebody. So, but thanks, Mike. Thanks, Jody. You guys have a great evening too. Mike's like, he's on the West Coast, right, Mike? So you, what time is it there? So, get the rest of the night, man. Party on. But yeah. Oh, let's just say this real quick. I have to say this real quick. So, I started following Mike, and Mike started following me about a year ago on Twitter. We just randomly found each other on Twitter. The first video I remember watching him on was he went to the bathroom. It wasn't Bloody Mary, I don't think it was. But he said something in the mirror. Might have been Bloody Mary. Great video. Great video. But watch his videos now. I mean, he's putting out quality then. He's putting out great stuff now. I mean, check Mike Scott. Check him out. I'll post him on my Facebook and Twitter too. Great dude. Knows what he's talking about. Great dude. Love him. He's wonderful. I love his stuff. We're gonna build the wall. Check him out. Yeah. So, thanks, Mike. I appreciate you joining in. Thanks, Tim. You're always there for me. And Tim, I gotta get with Jeff Avey to getting his stuff, because his little shop's haunted. He's been on my butt to get over there and stay a night. I don't know if I can stay a night though by myself. But thanks, guys. I'll tune off and I'll see you soon. Peace.